Thunder. How do you dress your mascot up as a Thunder?
I don't know, because a cloud is a cloud and the lightning bolt is a lightning bolt. But
and Thunder is 2 air masses.
It's associated with that.
That's hard.
That is hard.
High kick and a fair catch called for by Putu Tau. And he hauls it in at the 43, cradles it, 2 homers.
Cheer Squad has a hard time putting that on the posters before the game.
They got a lightning bolt on the back of their jerseys. You see most of their logo stuff's a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Which is deceiving.
Why is that, meteorology Mel?
Because it's not thunder.
Oh.
Lightning causes thunder.
Well, what does Oklahoma City have in the NBA?
They got Durantula.
What do they show?
I don't know. Nothing.
Nothing this year the way it's going.
It's okay, we have football.
All right, Carlson. Picking up 6. Mountain Crest starting to chug away some yardage, at least with Carlson. He's got 3 carries for 21 yards as we get under 2 minutes on our S.E. Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign of the clock. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Northern Utah gets engaged.
Well, if you have that quick give to Carlson or anybody up the middle for that matter, it really takes advantage of the defensive ends and the interior linemen who are trying to get upfield and get a sack every time.
Now give it to Richardson. Richardson, the fullback, folds his way forward.
That umpire needs to be a little more fleet of foot. He's going to get runned over.
Yeah, he is.
Westlake's doing a great job trying to strip the ball. They did in the last carry with Carlson, and there's Richardson as well. Everybody's trying to get a hold of it, and Richardson does a great job holding on to it.
So 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of Westlake. Hall finds Richardson out of the backfield. He stood up out there by Smith after a gain of just 2. Hall is 3 for 7 for 23 yards. He's thrown for nearly 1,800 yards this season.
Hit immediately, and Smith tries to drive through him. Kind of goes the other direction, but still a good tackle.
Richardson, 5'11", 205 pounds. Hall has time. Steps out, finds Grady Lowe. Lowe still on his feet. Uses a couple of blocks to get down to the 11-yard line.
You can just see Eddie Hall's eyeballs from here when he turned back into the side and sees a couple of gold domes coming after him. Take a look at this. This is great athleticism to get out of this collapsing pocket.
Well, watch Ofungawe. He
turned around the other way.
Yeah, he bailed out of there because he's, this kid's heading for the sideline again. I'm going to beat him there. Finally brought down after a 30-yard gain. Give to Lowe. It's on the turf. Ball's on the turf. Lowe never got the handoff.
That was a bad handoff from the start.
It was on his hip. He never had control. So Lowe loses the ball, and another turnover for Mountain Crest.
You can see it come out almost immediately. He never put that ball away. Eddie Hall gives him a pretty good handoff on his hip, but he tries to put it away, and it pops off. Covered by Westlake. 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
So Westlake leading by a touchdown twice in the last 2 possessions. Mountain Crest has driven inside the Westlake 20, and twice they've given the ball back to the Thunder. One a fumble and one on downs.
That makes it really tough to win in 4A high school playoffs.
Yeah, you're -2 in the turnover category right now. Sorensen across the middle. And that was just inches away from a big play as Spencer Brown can't quite catch the back end of the ball. Look how close this one in a game of inches.
That ball is just about right on the money. If Spencer Brown is about 2 inches taller, he makes that catch and he scores 6.
Brown 5'6", 150 pounds. Crest trailing by 7 as Gero picks up a couple of yards, and that'll be the final play of the first period. Westlake leads Mountain Crest 7-0 in the first round of the State 4A playoffs.
When you find yourself in the middle of a disaster, you should call someone you trust. At ARS, we've helped thousands of people put their homes and their lives back together.
ARS has the expertise to come in there and tell you what your situation is. I just always felt confident that I could call the owner of ARS and they would determine the best route to take. I could always trust what they said.
Whether you've had a fire, a flood, storm damage, mold, or just dirty carpets, ARS has got you covered. Call ARS when you need us the most.
And when it comes right down to it, we've been in business over 50 years. That's one of the reasons why, is because we service our product here. And you don't want to have to try to put your 60-inch TV in the back of your truck and haul it to Salt Lake for service. Anything that's bought here, we'll service it here and take care of it. If you buy it here, of course, we can deliver it, set it up, show you how to operate it. If you choose just to take it home, we'll explain that to you ahead of time. We'll sell you the proper cables. If you have questions, call us back. We want you to get the best picture and sound you can get for the purchase you've made.
Well, after one period of play, Westlake leads Mountain Crest 7-0. 2 turnovers in the first period by Mountain Crest. And one of those leading directly to the Westlake score. They had forced Westlake into a 3-and-out. They muffed the punt. Westlake recovered and drove down for the score.
Well, it's a long 3rd and 7 now for Westlake.
1 of 3 on 3rd downs for the Thunder. See if they try to get the quarterback to the edge.
Everybody up in the box for Mountain Crest just about.
There's a flag and there's an incompletion. Somebody in motion or left early for the Thunder, and the pass is incomplete. Sorensen's motioning to his receiver about maybe not so deep. And they pick up the flag. Wave it off, so it'll be 4th down and 7.
Just as well, Mountain Crest probably would have declined that penalty anyway, bringing up the 4th down and 7.
So is that Sorensen, their punter?
Sure is.
Sorensen another high kick, and Pututau does not call for the fair catch on this one. Makes his way to the sidelines and steps out of bounds right near midfield at about the 48-yard line of Westlake.
You know, he's somebody we actually haven't seen Eddie Hall go to in this first half so far. He's used Carlson a lot, a couple times out, Perks and Fuller as well, but hasn't even looked for Pututau. I think he looked at him once.
He had a huge game 10 days ago when we were here against Northridge.
Yes, he did.
He had 600 catches for 9 miles and 38 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good game.
That's what it seemed like. He had 170 yards worth of receptions. Fuller in motion. And Hall rolls the near side. He just tucks it in. He's going to just run. Everybody's blocking downfield, so he can't even throw it if he wants to. All that running, he gained half a yard. I mean, everybody downfield was blocking. It was a design run from the start, so he had no one to throw to if he wanted to, which he never did.
Well, his linemen are just as confused as the Westlake linemen and trying to block for him as they are as trying to catch him.
It's like watching those old Wild Kingdom shows when the Bobcat's chasing the rabbits.
Here comes the lion and the gazelle.
Hall straight back, and they got the screen to the near side. Carlson slips off one would-be tackler and drags a couple more up the 40-yard line. A 7-yard gain.
Number 52, Cody Young-Brown, 250-pound defensive lineman, has a shot at Carlson. Take a look here in the backfield.
Yeah, he had blockers out there, and they all watched him run right by.
Yep, he just had an arm tackle, and after he missed a tackle, stayed on his knees and watched him.
There's usually one guy you need to get blocked on a screen, and there's usually one guy assigned to make that block. So it's real easy to figure out who doesn't do it right. Carlson hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward, but they spot him forward for half a yard.
They just can't get anything going in the interior of that defensive Westlake. They're clogging up everything.
In fact, no gain. 1 for 4 on third downs. It's 4th and 2. Now, remember last time, Westlake really didn't come after Eddie Hall.
It was about 35 yards the other way, though. They're still not.
He's going to keep it.
Oh, it's not even close.
And he runs down to the 29-yard line.
Not even close. Some of the linemen of Westlake didn't even make contact with the offensive lineman of Mountain Crest.
11 yards on.
Look at him. Look at him on the left of your screen. Nobody even makes contact. They kind of run upfield and they want to keep him contained. Then they all stand there like deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights.
He didn't need many yards now. Mountain Crest for the third out of 4 possessions deep in Westlake territory, and they've come up empty every time thus far. They trail 7-0 with 9.5 to play in the first half. Hall throwing the screen again to Carlson. Carlson again hauling guys for about a 1-yard gain.
Mountain Crest working really hard for every yard they can get against Westlake. Very aggressive, athletic defense.
They're closing the gap in a hurry when it looks like Mountain Crest might have some room to run. Well, Coach Wooten told us before the game, hey, they're big and they are fast.
Yep.
There's some athletes.
Said don't be fooled by their record.
Yep, they played a tough schedule as anyone. Now somebody moved for Mountain Crest. And somebody came across for Westlake. Let's see what the Stripes decide.
I think it was Carlson in the backfield moved first.
Usually if somebody moves, it doesn't matter if somebody comes across for the defense. Especially if it's close, they usually end up calling down on the offense. There's some Westlake linemen that are going to be awfully tired come the fourth quarter. The way this thing's going.
Well, when you weigh 280 pounds, you run a few wind sprints, trying to catch a little rabbit quarterback. You are going to get gassed.
Oh, they call it offsides out of Westlake.
They called the motion and offsides at the same time. I don't know if I've ever
They
seen
did,
that.
huh?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I haven't either. They called them both, huh?
Yep.
Well, it must be somebody in the backfield because so they'll just
It wasn't
play it
Carlson.
all over.
Absolutely, they just both of them wipe them both away and play the do-over.
Wow. I looked down, started right as soon as I saw the first 6. Never seen that. Hall's got a man underneath. Catches made down there by, is that Webb?
Jameson Webb.
19 yards.
Webb does a great job. Go find that sideline and gets his feet lined up, and Hall delivers that ball. Kind of delivers it off his back foot, but still a good pass.
First and goal at the 9-yard line for Mountain Crest as they look to tie this thing up. Hall getting away from people, getting
Lost a yard.
blown out of bounds. Yeah, and it looks like he lost 2 yards.
Well, somebody has got to put a hat on those kids from Westlake and hold their block. They're really having a difficult time doing it against the athletic front line of Westlake.
So second and goal from the 11. Big and athletic.